Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do an unboxing on this Ring car cam. So let's open it up and see what we get. We got to break the seal right here. Let's open it up and see what comes in the box. Okay, so it looks like we got some instructions. We got a sticker, alcohol pad. It's like a little tool. Here's the actual camera itself. It's kind of big and it's got a little bit of weight to it. Looks really nice. All right, let's get everything out and see what it is. Okay, so I've got everything unboxed. Now the instruction manual, it does not come with one. You've got to scan this QR code and get it online. Now here's the actual camera. You're going to wedge that between your window and your dash. Here it talks about this little thing for privacy. You can flip this up. This is the camera that faces you when you're driving. You can turn the camera and the microphone off. There's the camera that faces forward for the driving. And it does pivot, looks like, so you can pivot it. It's got a button on top. Looks really nice. So this, you're going to stick this to your windshield. You're going to wedge it between your windshield, and this is going to be, that's a sticky thing that you're going to stick that to your windshield. So let's just go over some general dimensions. So right about, the arm is about 7 inches. With the ring, it's right around 8.5. Again, you can tilt it there or about to there. Now width-wise, you're looking at about 1 5/8. The camera's about 1.5 inches. It's about 1.5 inches tall. Width's about 1.5 inches. So this is how it's going to get power. You're going to plug this into your ODBI receptacle. You'll have to find that on your car. Now, if it's in a really hard spot to get to, Ring doesn't want you installing it. Typically, these are on the left-hand side above your brake pedal, your accelerator pedal, somewhere over there on the left-hand side. You'll find it. You're going to plug it in, and that's where you're going to get your USB-C power. It's got a pretty long USB-C cable. You're going to plug it in here. And you got to plug the other end of the cable. A little tricky to find. So the other end of the cable plugs in right here. So let's say you've got this plugged in. You know, you're going to have this. There's your windshield. You're going to stick that to your windshield. There's the camera. It's going to come off the right-hand side. Okay, so the cable is 94 inches long. That's almost 8 feet long. So it does come with some more sticky pads. So in case you need to replace that sticky pad on here, you can replace it. We got two different kinds of cable management. Again, with two-sided tape on the bottom, you're going to stick the cable through there. This one looks like you can wrap it on the top or the bottom. Okay, so let's turn your camera on your phone, and you should be able to scan that QR code. Open in Chrome. So that's an app. It wants you to download the app. So I'm thinking this is like a little tool to kind of push the cable down underneath between your windshield and your dashboard. It's kind of there to push that down. And it comes with this sticker saying it's protected by Ring. I'm not really sure what this is yet. It's kind of plastic. So you either have to log in or create an account. Okay, so creating a Ring account was a little complicated. They really want you to use two-step authentication, so you're going to have your phone. It also sends an email. You got to verify the email. So have your phone and email address already, because you're going to have to enter your password quite a few times. And it also wants a link to your Amazon account. You don't have to do that, but I went ahead and did that too. So now that that's all done, I'm to this stage here where it says set up a new device. Then I can scroll through here. There's the one for cars. Scan the QR code on the Ring device. So I do on the camera. Now, keep in mind, this is going to be, you know, when you wedge this between your windshield and that, it's going to be down there. Okay, so let's hit, I'm ready to scan. There, I got it. Okay, it says car cam detected. First, let's set up your location. Okay, so it wants you to enter in your address, so I guess where the car cam is going to be. I went ahead and entered my address, gave it a name. Now it says, has your car cam been installed? No, I need to install it, or it's been installed. So let's put no. Park your car. Got it. Now here's where it says find the OBD2 to port, and it's going to give you kind of a location. Next, it wants to, so when you find your port, it's going to say, where was it? Let's do area 1. Then it kind of shows you where to lay the label. You're going to lay the cable. Let's go back. Let's say it was over here at 5. Or no, let's go to 7. So it says it poses a risk and it should not be used. And it says they'll give you your money back if it's in a bad spot. So say it's in a bad spot and you can't get to that to plug it in. But let's go back to area 1, hit continue. Okay, so it's going to show you how to run the cable. Hit continue. Then you're going to plug one end of the cable in to this right here. Then you can go ahead and mount it. That'd be probably, now's the time to mount it inside your car. Okay, so I've got a Toyota Tundra and my port is very easy to get to, but it kind of sticks down. So I'm going to plug it in, but I'm going to make sure they really stress, make sure the cable is not in the way of your foot pedals at all. Okay, so I installed it. It's a little tricky. You kind of want to push it down into the area there and then push it up. It does stick to your windshield very easy. I can maneuver it. Again, be careful. I do have a sensor for my headlights. But the cable does come out that side. So now I got to cross back over and go back over this side. Okay, so tucking the wire up there was not that big a deal, but getting it around here, you might need some like, these little automotive tools. You can lift this little weather seal up, kind of get it in that little weather seal. I got to go down, but I don't want anything hanging around the pedals. Okay, so I kind of tucked the wire in behind that weather seal. And again, I really tucked it up behind it. I've got it plugged into there, but I tucked all the wires up really far behind. Now, I don't have the car on, but that blue light is flashing. Okay, so now let's hit continue. Plug it in, hit continue. Now it says start your vehicle. Okay, so as soon as I started the car, it took about, maybe 20 seconds. The first blue light came on and now the thing came on at the top and now it's green now. Okay, so now let's hit continue. Light is pulsing. Yeah, it's pulsing. Yeah, the green light is pulsing. Come back over here, light is pulsing. So I gotta connect it to the Ring Wi-Fi network. So I'm gonna hit join on the, hit join. So it's gonna join, the iPhone's gonna join the Ring. It's transmitting its own Wi-Fi. So there's Wi-Fi being transmitted from that you want to connect your phone to. Then hit allow. Connect V. Okay, so now I want to connect it to my house Wi-Fi, which is Ginkgo Tree, and tell it my house Wi-Fi password. Okay, I gave it the password. Now it says so I do have to be within range of my Wi-Fi. Don't be too far away from your house. Now it has changed to like a white color. Okay, so it says location sharing is on. Hit continue. Now it tells you to find a path for the cable. I've already done that. Test fit. Oh, I didn't clean it with alcohol, but it's stuck okay to the window. Install the camera. I did take the protective screens off. Tuck the cable. Yeah, they really want you to make sure you get the cable. Okay, so it does come with those little things. If you don't get it behind the weather seal, you could just use those little things that it gives you. Okay, so I got to check all it's firmly attached, tucked away. Yep. Need extra privacy, that talks about. So yeah, if you need extra privacy, you can flip that up or flip it down. Hit, got it. I can put the sticker on the window. Success, your car camera is now set up. Okay, so we can adjust how it detects motion. Interior motion, continue. I got a scale. So we'll put it right, that's about where it came. So we'll leave it right there, hit continue. Motion frequency, we can change the motion frequency. Vehicle battery usage. Low, shortest active time, medium, or high. I'll leave it on the default. Hit continue. So I can turn this on where it says, say, Alexa record. Got it. Want to let others track this car cam. I can share the device. That's kind of nice. I'll skip for now. I'm done. Huh. There's the picture. That's a pretty good quality picture. And if I switch, oh, it's installing an update. This may take up to 15 minutes. So during this, the blue light's on, nothing's really on the top. Now it doesn't say if I have to keep my car running. I'm probably gonna have to keep my car running to install this update. Okay, so the update didn't take 15 minutes. It took about 4 minutes. I did leave my car running. And then when you press on it, it tells you, you can see what's new. Okay, so now I'm back at this screen. You gotta tap on it. I can go to live view. Now it did make a sound when I went to live view. And now it can see me and it can see me. That is the actual live view. Okay, so there, I'm in live view now and I switched the camera. You can't switch that camera until it's in live view has started, so. I guess I could talk to somebody if I wanted to. Yeah, I can hear. Okay, so when I click that microphone, I could hear myself coming out. There must be a little speaker inside that. I could hear my voice coming out of. And then just by pressing the unmute button, this one on the right, I could hear what was going on in the car. So yeah, this is some pretty neat features. Let me see what happens when I turn the car off. So I've got the car off. It's still powered up. Still got the blue light on. Let me open my door. The blue light is still on. Okay, so it recorded the live view. I can go back and look at it. That's kind of a neat feature. So when I click this little hamburger wheel up here, brings me to like a dashboard. I can turn the motion detection on, motion alerts on, live view, snooze it, event history. So that I have lots of different settings I can choose. So one thing I did notice, so when the live view started, I did hear a little tone come on. Now the blue light's on. I'm not in live mode now, but the blue light is still on. I'm driving around and sometimes that white light does start flashing. I'm not sure why. Okay, so I went driving around. Let's click on it. And I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything with the settings or nothing. I have a driving now. So it automatically started recording when I started driving. So there's the live view. When I was pressing the live view, I've got that. So let's go to the driving. Now I've got really slow internet, so it may take a while to upload that to the internet. Yeah. Okay, so now it's in. I was able to. It uploaded rather quickly, I think. I thought it was going to take a while, but there is me driving. So there's the camera facing me. Now let's go to the other camera, the facing out. Okay, so there is the camera. That's pretty good quality, a little pixelating. Looks like, so my seat, yeah, that's my seatbelt warning. So a little interesting note is it didn't get me pulling all the way into my driveway. Maybe it did. Yeah, maybe it has to upload more of the clip, but it didn't get me driving into the driveway. But now my truck is just sitting in the garage. The keys are out of it. It's not running or nothing. So let's tap live. I can go to live. I can see inside my truck. There's the front camera. And then when I go live, it does a recording. So then I can stop it. And now that'll show up as a recording here. When I drive, there's my driving. Okay, so there's a lot to learn with this. Installation was rather simple. I could have used these to get the cords out of the way. Setup was a little tricky, but it seemed pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with that. Once you log in, it does start recording as soon as you start driving. Logging in, you got to log into your Ring account. So I hope this video helps. Thanks everybody for watching.